What is the Strait of Hormuz? The Strait of Hormuz is one of the most important sea routes for oil in the entire world. It is a narrow water passage used by massive oil tankers to transport crude oil and natural gas from the Middle East to the rest of the world. It is often called the world's most important oil choke point because if anything blocks this route, global energy supply is immediately affected. Where is it located? The Strait of Hormuz is located between Iran north side, Oman, and the United Arab Emirates south side. It connects the Persian Gulf, where many oil-producing countries are, to the Gulf of Oman, and then the Arabian Sea. The strait is very narrow, about 33 kilometers wide at its narrowest point, and the shipping lanes for tankers are only about 3 kilometers wide each direction. Why is it so important for global oil? About 20% of the world's oil supply passes through this single route every day. That is roughly 17 to 20 million barrels of oil daily. Major oil exporters that rely on this route include Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, Qatar, UAE, Iran. Most of this oil goes to China, India, Japan, South Korea, Europe, and other countries. In simple terms, 1 out of every 5 barrels of oil used in the world passes through this narrow channel. How does it affect global oil prices? Because such a large portion of global oil passes through the Strait of Hormuz, any threat or conflict there immediately affects oil prices worldwide. Strait of Hormuz recent tensions in the region have already pushed oil prices sharply higher because shipping through the strait became risky. If the strait is threatened or closed, oil tankers cannot move freely. Global oil supply drops. Oil becomes scarce. Oil prices increase worldwide. Fuel prices increase in many countries. This is why when conflicts occur near the strait, fuel prices rise even in countries far away like Nigeria, Europe, or the United States. Why could the Strait of Hormuz be closed? The strait can be disrupted by war or military conflict, naval blockades, sea mines placed in the water, missile attacks on oil tankers, political tensions between regional powers. For example, Iran has previously threatened to close the strait during conflicts with Western countries. How can it be reopened if it is blocked? If the strait is closed, reopening it usually requires international intervention. Possible ways include 1. Naval military operations. Major naval powers like the United States, NATO forces, or international coalitions may escort tankers or remove mines to reopen shipping lanes. 2. Diplomatic negotiations. Countries involved in the conflict may reach agreements to allow ships to pass safely. 3. Clearing sea mines. Special naval units remove underwater mines to make the route safe again. 4. Alternative pipelines. Some countries like Saudi Arabia and the UAE can send oil through pipelines to other ports, bypassing the strait temporarily.